Okay. All right. What's up, everybody? We are here at episode 5. I'm super excited. Welcome to the Faith Amina show. I'm your host, Faith Amina. It feels so good to be back in Tour to Create with my boy Ty. You can find him on Instagram at Ty Westbrook. He is the person behind these wonderful sounds you hear. And today I'm here with our guest host, Nels, aka my birthday twin, aka Mr. What? Oh, aka Mr.
DC Nine.
I was about to say. You kept looking at me because I was like, what's going on? AKA Mr. DC Now Events himself. I need you guys to go on Instagram and Facebook right now and look up DC Now. His platform is something that will get you out of your boredom on any day. It's great for date ideas and it's family friendly. So definitely check it out. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me, Faith.
I'm so excited to have you. We did it before, but we had to come back because you have so much going on.
Yes, indeed, I do.
All right, so before we get started into our conversation, I always try to start off the episode with good news. So I'm going to give you an example of some good news I have, and then you share with me some good news you have. So just think about it a little bit.
Okay.
So some good news that I have is yesterday my godson got baptized, and so I was really excited to be there for him and witness a baptism. I've never been to a baptism in a Catholic church, so it was really exciting to see that and to be a part of that. So that's my good news. What's some good news you have? I know you got a lot.
Yeah, one of the good news that I have is that we're going to be launching Philly Now events coming up.
Woo woo.
We just recently launched our latest endeavor called Blog Events Now. It's an interactive blog platform where we review past events that was missed for native of the area and tourists, so they can have an idea how the event was, have a better understanding of who to connect with to attend future events, and for entrepreneurs like yourself and media outlets to be able to connect with those individuals who created those events and partner with them.
Great. I love it. I think that a lot of people have been needing something like this, especially because there's been plenty of times where people will hit me up and be like, what are we doing today? What are we doing? What's something to do? And I always refer them back to your page because there's always a multiple of things to do in the city of DC, but now you guys are venturing out to Philly.
Yes, we are.
How has that been going for you?
So we haven't officially launched it yet. We already created all the social media platform for it. When we do launch it, we're going to implement similar concept to DC9 events pertaining to the partnership, from us being able to aggregate the events within this Philadelphia area. We're going to apply the same strategy both from an online and offline standpoint, and just overall build a more on-site relations with the native of the Philadelphia and the tourist who lives out there and other creative and entrepreneurs.
Okay, so have you been going to Philly, making like those trips, or are you just gaining experiences with other people in the Philly community?
I have a very big family in the Philadelphia area.
Okay.
I was most recent. I had a business trip out there a few months ago. So when I went out there, I was just observing the landmarks, certain historical artifacts out there, and it reminded me a lot of DC.
Yes.
So just that alone had reassured that what we're going to bring to the table for the Philadelphia native and tourists is going to put a lot of smile on their faces.
Yes. But I love exactly what you guys are doing right now for DC, and to know that it's branching out to Philly is so cool, because I've gone to Philly a couple of times. Like you said, I have family members in Philly, and sometimes when I get there, I'm just like, well, I'm not from here. I don't know what I should be doing, so I'm really excited for the launch of the Philly edition.
Thank you.
No problem. So you touched on the blog post. Can you go a little bit deeper into what the blogging is going to be consisted of?
Yeah, so what's going to make our blog very unique is that we're going to have millennials that will write content and information about the events. And the reason why that's very important is because they are the ones who are the heartbeats of understanding how to connect, both from a professional and a elderly standpoint. You see?
Yes.
Because if you're elder, you have grandkids. Grandkids going to let you know about
what's going on.
If you're elder or a middle-aged person, you're going to have kids. Kids going to let you know what's going on. Also, just from a review standpoint, there's not really necessary a platform out there that reviews. You have certain platforms that will review how a restaurant was and so forth, but there's not really a platform that would give you in-depth scope of how an overall event was. And event can fall into somebody doing an event at a restaurant, a lounge, outdoor. So we're going to encompass everything and package it and want to have that the one hub, and it's going to give a lot of other platforms out there that's known, like Yelp, a run for their money, which we're going to wipe them out.
I'm so excited. That's so exciting to hear that and to see that you are really putting the thought behind it. You're making it a possibility, because there's been a lot of times where I'll look up like a place and I'm like, well, I wonder what's like the dress code or what's the atmosphere like here. And you can get so much from pictures, but you can't get like customer service through pictures, or was it too cold, or you might need to bring a jacket or a sweater or something like that from a picture. So to have that added on to your platform is just even better. I'm so excited for you. I'm so congratulations for that.
And just one part, aside from the bloggers being able to review the event, we're also going to have a portal where event goers can be able to upload how their event experience was.
Check you out.
So not only are you going to get the review and an inside bird's eye view from our team, you're also going to get an inside bird's eye view from individuals who are the consumers.
What?
And, we're not just going to just write out text. We're going to have visuals, like pictures of the event, videos of the event. We're also going to give spotlight features to up and coming or aspiring media outlets, bloggers, event planners, like featured where they can be recognized for what they do within the DC Maryland, Virginia area.
I'm so glad you bring that up, because that sends into a nice little segue of a couple of weeks ago. We went to this really nice event, and it was called Africa Gives Back Gala, and we partnered up, and I was so excited to have the opportunity to be there and talk to different people, and just to see this organization that is such a great organization that I feel deeply about, and to be able to talk to other people who feel the same was a wonderful event. So you asked me to come on and to do some media for them. Is this something that you're going to be doing more with other media outlets?
Yes, so the whole purpose of DC Night Events is not just from a event discovery standpoint where you can find the events, but also it's a one-stop hub where millennials, entrepreneurs, media outlets, event goers, event planners can have that one hub where we're saving you time for you to not have to figure out and search for the ideal individuals that you want to connect with, but more so the ideal creative that's at one hub to find them. So as events and partnership goes on, we're going to partner up and affiliate ourselves with other media outlets such as yourself, to just build a rapport and a bond and a clear understanding of how we both can be able to help each other brand.
That's great. I love it. Of course I love it, but as a person who, if I was to be on the outside looking in, I see you have your hands in a lot of different pots. You're making a lot of things move, you're shaking things up, and you're very humble about it. How do you stay so humble about the great things that is to come?
Just staying focused and knowing that there's somebody at home right now that is waking up potentially planning to wipe me out. And as long as I understand that, my head will not be up in the cloud, and it will push me to execute and find different ways to expand and build and grow.
That's the greatest thing that I've heard, because I think a lot of times we definitely get like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, this is great, this is that, and we don't think about like the same thing you're doing and people are watching and looking at, somebody wants to do the same thing. They might want to just take your spot,
right.
And to know that, okay, people, they're coming for me, or whoever they may be, let me keep my grind, let me keep it going, let me keep focused, because being a entrepreneur, especially when you don't have like a 9 to 5, you have to keep yourself focused.
Right.
I know for me, I can sometimes get a little unfocused.
Right.
But you seem to be focused on everything. You got it all down to a scale. How do you keep that?
I'm still learning every day. I read a lot. I read at least 3 to 5 books a month. Books on business, investment, marketing, politics, race, just understanding every avenue of those sectors of things. It strengthened up my mind on just the skin that I'm in, the people that I'm going to cross paths with, and some of them may not want to deal with me, but me just knowing how to maneuver around that, that's why I always read a lot.
Okay. So earlier you touched on some of the events that you are doing, some of the things that you're doing and moving forward. And when I look on your page, a lot of times for me it's last minute, but I see that you have things that are posted like a day ago, 2 days ago. How do you know about these events in advance?
Well, our team, we already have certain events that we aggregate at least a month in advance.
Okay.
So we already have an itinerary of schedule of events that we're already going to put out. The main reason why we post events the same day, not because we want you all to rush or not to know about it like in advance, is more so the call to action term now is for people to take action right now.
Right.
2, the official website is not out yet, so we don't want to oversaturate our audience timeline from a social media online standpoint with events every day, because there's literally something to do every day.
Every day.
So we more so did, from a market research standpoint, we more so focused on the 3 ideal days that people tend to go out in the 5 categories where everybody falls into when they're looking for something to do.
And what are those 5 categories?
Those categories, 1, something free.
Yeah.
2, something from a cost friendly. 3, something with family. 4, something with your friends. And 5, something from a date. So those are the 5 categories that the general public who are looking for something to do, they fall into, both from a domestic and an international standpoint. And ironically, that's the category that event planners, their target audience falls into. And a lot of event planners, they don't necessarily know their target audience. They just are happy that people are coming to the events. But when you peel down the layers, their audience falls in one of those categories that I just named. And if they could understand that, they will probably know how to market more to increase their ROI.
Okay, gems being dropped. Okay. I have so many questions. First things first, this is not a question, it's a statement. I told you guys you got something for everybody. You got something for date night, you got something for you just trying to go out. It's everything. So if you haven't gone to DC Now events right now on Instagram and Facebook, and
Facebook, LinkedIn, Snapchat, YouTube.
Ooh, all right, guys. If you guys haven't gone to their page and at least follow or take a look, then I don't know what's going on with y'all. But you need to do it, because I'm sure you will have those days where you're bored at home, or you just don't know what to do or what is going on in the city, even though there's always something in the city. Definitely check out their platform. It's a beautiful platform. So definitely make sure you check it out, guys, because it is thebomb.com. All right, so you said event planning, event marketing. How do you know so much about event marketing and planning?
So I used to work in the event business as a former club promoter, as a former event planner overall, and within the 8-9 years of me facilitating over 5,000 events, I learned the business aspects of things, and I took that and I implemented some of the strategies from a guerrilla marketing offline standpoint to a online new age digital marketing standpoint, and the concept of DC9 events came into play in 2016. However, DC9 events is not new.
Right.
I came up with the concept of DC9 events actually in 2008, but it wasn't called DC9 events. Originally, DC9 events was supposed to be a brochure for local college students who lived within the area,
right,
or they was migrating, relocating to the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. So what I was really trying to do at that time in 2008, I wanted to create an itinerary brochure of events where the local college students would know exactly what's happening every weekend outside of their network of events or parties that they attended.
Right.
And my promotion team company at the time, we would have had our event as the featured event in every brochure that we was going to pass out on the campuses every week, every month, or every day. And that in itself was going to save college students time. So everything about the whole vision and the whole creation and concept for DC9 events, the root has always been to save people time. And if you can save people time, you can create a product or service that will save people time, that will make you a humanitarian, or it will make you an icon, and it will make you very successful from a financial standpoint.
Okay, I like that. Time is something that we can never get back. We can get everything else back, but if you are saving me time, I'm definitely going to be more interested in what you're bringing to the table, because I'm trying to, we're in this popcorn microwave, system where everything has to be fast.
Right.
And so if you can save me time on like, okay, I need to go here, or I want to go here, and I want to do this, and you're giving me everything in one post, then it's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to naturally gravitate to you more.
That's why the success of Uber is very powerful, because it's not that nobody can wake up and start their own Uber. Because if you really think about if you peel the layers of the concept of Uber, is a very basic concept.
Yes.
Like, if you really think about it, when you used to try to go somewhere with your friends in high school, you didn't drive, what was the first thing they did?
Who's the designated?
Who's the designated driver? If you was taking your time to come outside, you got 2 minutes left to come, I'm gone. That's the same concept with Uber.
It is.
The only difference that made Uber unique is their execution of branding. So, like I said previously, you're never going to be the first person to create something, but you can always be the first person to execute it uniquely.
Yes.
That's what's going to separate you apart from people in your network. Or industry.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot. You gave us a lot of gems. I want to ask you, how are you negotiating these contracts with these big companies? Like, you've been on the news, you are affiliated with some of these nonprofits, you have Po' Boy Gym, you have all these different things under your belt. How are you negotiating the contracts?
Just understanding that it's never what you're worth. It's never what you think you're worth. It's what you know how to negotiate. Too often, a lot of people who are creating something, or they have something of their own, or they, even from a 9 to 5 standpoint, they probably went through so many different hurdles, obstacles, where they feel that they demand this. You see, and which is cool, However, when you're standing in front of someone, you have to understand the art of negotiation. Nobody cares about what you think you're worth. Nobody cares about your emotions. They care about what are you bringing to the table and how you're going to negotiate where I'm going to opt into you. So I always tell people, it's never what you think you're worth. It's what you know how to negotiate. And once you understand that it's not about what you think you're worth, it's what you know how to negotiate, you will stop doing business from an emotional, personal standpoint.
How did you get there? Because I'm a little emotional. So I'm not sure if you are, but I do know that it takes practice, and it takes, time and skill building. So how did you get there?
Emotions come with ego and pride. that's like the basis of emotions itself from a business standpoint, or even from a relationship standpoint. You feel like you deserve this, that's your ego talking. Or I'm not going to do this, that's your pride. And once you learn to take your pride and ego out of things, you will have a clear eye view of things to not take personally.
Okay, well, those are extra gems and keys for you guys. Don't take anything personal. Gotta think about it as a bigger picture.
Right, and learn to master the art of the bartering system. That's what really made the growth of DC9 events where it is right now, because we understood very early bartering. This was a strategy and concept that I learned during my club promotion days, where you have a service, I got a service, let's exchange. Some people, again, they think, I know my worth, I'm not going to get this for free. That means that lets me know that you don't understand business. Because you're not really giving something for free.
Right.
It's an exchange value. And the concept of currency is a very new concept, because before, currency was never exchange of cash. It was exchange of goods.
Goods and services.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna take a little turn, switch it up a notch.
Okay.
You have a really cool concept, a new event coming out.
Yes.
It's gonna be on top of a roof.
Yes.
It's gonna have water.
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Yes. So we have an event coming up, an invite-only event called Splash is the name of the theme.
Ooh.
It's the whole purpose of that is to show our appreciation, to give back to our audience, our followers, our subscribers, just for you to come back to us, where you can have a great time at a rooftop pool party,
Right.
And be able to socialize at the same time. The event is going to be free, but it's invite only.
Invite only, so exclusive.
Yes, so we already started putting out the memo out there. Two days ago, we posted on our platform, invite only, send us your email. Within an hour, we got 300 emails.
Jeez. Ooh.
Yeah, and that's just from the DMs. I haven't
Gone anywhere else?
Yeah, I haven't gone anywhere else. Yeah, we haven't even put out the Eventbrite waitlist yet for people to RSVP that did not send in their emails. So we're going to select individuals from a random standpoint.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to release all the information pertaining to where it's going to be, and so forth in the next week and a half.
Okay. So, unfortunately, listeners, I can't get you guys in there. But
it's going to be in DC, though.
If you guys maybe submit their emails, I mean, 300 is already a lot right now. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Ooh, that gives me anxiety. But I'm proud of you. That's exciting that you have this platform that is generating all this movement and all this buzz. So that sounds like fun. I'm excited to see the pictures and the videos, because I know, it's been a hot girl, hot boy summer. So, people about to be hello, pop out.
Right.
And it's about to be the end. So, the last hurrah, everybody's trying to get it.
There we go.
Okay, so we have a pool party coming out, invite only. I know you said later on this year there might be like a black tie event.
Yeah, so the official launch of the website for DC9 Events is going to be launched at the end of this year. With a special R&B surprise performer, which I'm not going to name yet.
No.
Still got to finalize things, but it's going to be a gala, and there's going to be a purple theme.
Ooh. So I need to go ahead and get a purple dress.
There we go. Purple dress.
So you're very fashionable. I'm glad we got onto this topic, because you're very, very, very fashionable. There's never been a time that I've seen Nels out and you are not like to the T.
Okay.
How do you come up with your fashion sense and just think, because nobody else is that I know dressed like you, but it's still like put together and nice. How do you put your outfits together for all these events that you're going to?
I've always loved to look presentable, because just from a business standpoint, I know when I step outside, an opportunity can be presented to me. So
Okay.
I'm always understand that from a subconscious standpoint to dress the part, to get the part.
All right. So we just.
So I'm big on patterns.
Yeah.
I know how to coordinate patterns very well. I learned that at a very young age. When I came to America when I was 5, my mom, she used to take me to like very high-end stores, and I used to see her shop, and
It stuck with you.
it stuck with me, and yeah.
I like it. You always put together. It's always nice. It's never like anybody else, and you're definitely in your own lane. And I like you also like in the winter times when we met, you like layer your patterns and with your blazers with different fabrics. That's what I really like. It would be like different. I'm like, ooh, I want to touch it. Because I'm a what's the word I'm looking for? I like touching stuff to see what it feels like. Like the materials of things.
Okay.
And you have like different materials. I'm just like, how did this all go together? But it looks really well. So shout out to your mom for like inspiring you to put it all together correctly. Well, I guess it's correctly because I like it, and I'm sure other people like it too. No problem. So you mentioned that you moved here at 5.
Yes.
Where did you come from?
Liberia, West Africa.
Oh, what? Say it again for the people on the back.
Liberia, West Africa. That's where I was born and raised. Came here when I was 5 due to war in our country at the time. The president that we had was a dictator. So the U.S. government they came into play to take him out. Even with my country alone, we was founded by the U.S. If you look up our color flag, we got the same U.S. We have the same colors and the structure as the U.S. So you would think it's the U.S., but it's not.
Okay. So how did that impact you moving forward into your life?
I think from a diaspora standpoint, it impacted me because the divide and conquer that both European countries and the Western countries they implement to foundational Black Americans in this country and Africans on the continent of Africa. They've done a great job to put us against each other, where from a business and alliance standpoint, we are viewing each other through the eyes of those in the dominant society. So we have a innate fear and power struggle when it's time to deal with us, because those are how people in the dominant society deals with us. So everything that Black people as a whole learn when it comes to interacting with each other through our speech, thoughts, pattern, actions was what we learned through those, and from the dominant society through the Reconstruction era, Jim Crow era, the Civil Rights era. And so when I do business with my own kind, I always understand just because you may be Black on the skin, I'm more focused on are you Black in the mind. So yeah.
Okay, so you're not just partnering up with anybody. You're making sure that it's genuine and that it's all checking boxes.
Right, because I've dealt business with a lot of Black people who they're just Black on the skin, but they have a closet soft shoe cooning in them.
Ooh, okay. All right. I never heard that terminology before. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
It's an old term that they used to call Black slaves back then, who would go against their own kind to align themselves with those in the dominant society. Like the full term is cloning, but if you can't really identify a person who try to play the fence on both sides with Black and those in the dominant society, they try to walk on eggshell. We call those soft shoe coning.
That's very, very interesting. I never knew that terminology, but I get it, and I understand it, and I've definitely seen it before. So I definitely understand what you're saying, and as who I am, knowing who I am, I definitely would see that is something that I wouldn't want to deal with. And the fact that you make it known, or that you're cognizant enough just to say, okay, no, I'm not going to just, deal with anybody. I'm going to make sure that who I'm dealing with has a structure that's close to my ideal and thoughts.
Right.
So I love that 100%. I like everything that's going on in DC now, with DC Now events. I like that you have this big idea, and I'm so happy to be a part of this. I know you've been doing interviews, we getting your name out there, you are on different platforms, and I want to take this time and say thank you for your platform, and thank you for everything that you're doing for the DC area, and for people like me who are in media, so thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Alright, now let's get to the last part. We like to do this game called Would You Rather?
Okay.
So you're going to tell me, would you rather do X, Y, Z?
Okay.
So one or the other.
Okay.
Since you're in the event planning promoting, marketing arena, but I know you used to do some event planning and promoting, I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
All right. So would you rather have a packed out club that you're promoting for,
Mm-hmm.
or would you rather have 100 people who paid top dollar to get into the event that you're promoting for?
I would rather have 100 people who pay top dollars for the event I'm promoting for.
Ooh, tell me why.
Because pack doesn't equate to sales. Just from your target audience, you have people who can pack out an establishment, but their audience are not a spending crowd.
Ooh.
And from a perception standpoint, that can give the illusion that that event is successful. Now, it all depends on what your goal was at that event. If you was doing the event just from a reach standpoint, cool. But if you're doing it from a profit standpoint, then I'm more concerned about the spending power that your audience has.
That's some food for thought, guys. Food for thought is quality over quantity.
Yes, indeed.
Hello. Oh, right now. Okay. Would you rather only be able to eat Liberian food for the rest of your life, or would you rather only be able to eat, let's say, Kobe steak?
I'm a seafood person, so I love steak. Like, I love to eat steak. I love to cook steak. I love to look at steak.
I know. I've seen it. That's how I brought up steak.
Right. I love steak.
So which one are we doing?
My taste buds, when it comes to food, because I've dealt and I deal with so many different cultures, nationality, groups of people. I've had the luxury to be exposed to so many different dishes that was good and that is still good. So
you said all that to get back to which one are we doing?
Liberian food or steak?
Yes.
I would say Liberian food only because, again, as I stated, we was colonized by the U.S. So our seasoning, our food, everything has a Western taste and flavor to it.
That's smart. All right, you got me there. I thought I got you, but you took the long way around. You was like, haha, I got you. So the last question, I always try to rope in a question from the last episode, and we asked Young Thorn, aka Yayo, we asked him, would you rather have dinner with Malcolm X or Martin Luther King?
I'd rather have dinner with Malcolm X towards the end of his demise. Only because towards the end of his demise, he picked up and learned where he went wrong. Where he went wrong by trying to cater to every group of people and not just specifically focus on his own, which is nothing wrong with that. However, if your needs of your community and your people are not being met first, there's no reason for other groups to come and align themselves with you, which leaves your community to be easily accessible for other groups to come in and harm or implement certain teachings and agendas to dismantle your community and those who live within in the community as a whole.
Very well said. Very, very well said. I like your answer. There's nothing I can say about it. I like it. You basically got me speechless. So, with that being said, we're going to wrap this on up because what is a show if I can't have any words? So, okay, now we got into the part. We got our game over. We talked about everything that's going on. Is there anything else you want to share with the listeners on what's coming out, what they can look forward to? I know there's a pool party, but it's invite only. We have the DC blog or the blog events now coming out. You have Philly coming out. All these things coming out within like the next 3 to 4 months.
Yes.
Jeez, you're working hard. Thank you so much for being able to sit down with me. Is there anything we did not touch on that's coming up that you want the people to know about?
So in the next month, September, we're partnering up with this woman conference. It's a 2-day woman conference called Mirror Conference, and it's an empowering event where up to 100 women are going to be in a room together where they're going to share their experience, what they went through, as far as like from a business, personal, and so forth.
That's powerful. And
we're going to be there for 2 days. And next month again, we're partnering up with these 2 other companies and organization where they're going to be creating a Liberian creative expo. It's going to be in the Silver Spring area. We just partnered up with a beautiful lounge called Felicity Lounge at 707 8th Street Northeast, and we are the ones who handle all aspects of the booking of the events, negotiations. So if you are an event planner or somebody who want to do an event, just shoot us an email at info@dcnowevents.com, and we will set up a tour with you, and we can go from there and make things shake.
Yes, hopefully in the up and coming weeks, we'll have the Faith Amina show. We'll have something cooking for you guys as well, partnering once again with DC Now Events.
Yes.
You guys, this has been a wonderful, wonderful conversation. I loved it so much. If you could tell everybody where we can find you, even though I've said it like multiple times, you guys should know it by now. But if you didn't, it's okay, because we got you.
You can follow us on all social media channels, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, at DC Now Events. That's DCNOWEVENTS. You can visit us on our website that's coming soon at www.dcnowevents.com, and you can opt into our mailing list to be kept up to date with any future giveaways, prizes, and the launch of the official DC Now Events website.
Yes, and guys, definitely make sure you check him out, because every now and then he'll have like a new thing, and it'll be like, hey, put your name here for an event, or you can win tickets here. So definitely check it out, because he has not only just the giveaways or the sweepstakes, he also has really good content, guys. So you should definitely check him out. I'm your girl, Faith Amina. This is the Faith Amina Show.
Thank you for having me, Faith. We had a great time on your platform. Thank you again for bringing us on for the second time.
Yes.
And yeah, we look forward
got more to go, guys. It's not the last.
We definitely look forward to collaborating with you and affiliating ourselves with your brand as time goes on. So
I feel the same. This is not the last, because you got more stuff coming out. So we gotta keep telling the people what's going on.
Yes.
You guys can follow me on IG, Facebook, and everything at Faith Amina TV. If you have anything that you want to say, any feedback, any advice, letters, you guys can always email us at info@faithamina.com. And until next Wednesday, guys, I'll see you guys. Bye.